Okay, let's look at the oxidation of primary and secondary alcohols. We have a primary alcohol here, 1-butanol. It goes through oxidation. We're adding oxygen using oxidizing agents such as potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. Those would work perfectly fine. Okay, we go through the oxidation. The primary alcohol can transform into an aldehyde. Okay, into an aldehyde. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and double oxygen. Okay, an aldehyde has a terminal, meaning on the end, carbonyl group, C double bonded O, attached to a hydrogen, and then you have your carbon chain back here. Okay, so we go from butanol to butanal, Al instead of Ol, to represent the aldehyde. Now, primary alcohols, once they go through this oxidation and become an aldehyde, okay, they can continue forward and proceed to become a carboxylic acid. So the hydrogen here can have an oxygen added to it, so we get something like this. We keep that double bonded O. Now we get an OH there. So we get a carboxylic acid. So R, C, double bonded O, and the OH. Okay, we get a carboxylic acid. This is called butanoic acid. Okay, butanoic acid. Okay, so we further oxidize it, and it goes to a carboxylic acid. Okay, that's with primary alcohols. Okay, with primary alcohols. Secondary alcohols, we have 2-pentanol here. When we do the oxidation with them, they, on the other hand, will become a ketone. Okay, a ketone. Ketone is where we have R group, carbon, another R group, but that carbon has a double bonded O, comes a carbonyl. Okay, so we have R, which is a carbon chain, okay, carbon with a double bonded O, so that OH becomes a double bonded O, and then there's a carbon chain, carbon grouping on the other side. So here we have, okay, so that double bond is going to be formed right. See, that OH is going to go away, and we're going to get a double bond there on that carbon. Okay, to make a ketone. Okay, we would call this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's pentane, but now that it's a ketone, it's pentanone. See, ketone, on, and that double bonded O is in the 2 position, 1, 2 on the second carbon. And the ketones come from the secondary carbon, but there's no more oxidation, so you can't keep going to make the carboxylic acid. Okay, and then one final thing I want to address about oxidation of alcohols, a tertiary alcohol. So one that's got 3 carbons like this. Okay, so we've got something of that nature, a tertiary alcohol. These do not oxidize readily because there's no hydrogen. Okay, there's no hydrogen atom on this carbon that is attached to the hydroxyl group. Okay? So these resist this oxidation process.